Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. The Cleveland Browns have announced that their third-round pick, Dillon Gabriel, will start Sunday against the Minnesota Vikings in London. When asked about Gabriel getting the starting job, it literally left Shadour speechless. Ocho, let's take a listen to the sound.
Yeah, let me hear that thing.
Quarterback. Vocally, anything to say?
I guess yourself to have fun. I guess one more. I guess what do you think you have to show? Show to the coaches just to have them have that belief in you that you can be ready.
What can you say?
How much has Joe been important to both you and Dillon in terms of your guys' development to this point?
Man, y'all might.
Ocho, do you like the way Shadour handled this press conference?
Absolutely. Because whatever he says, they're going to twist his words. If you say nothing, there's really on any other team. There are 31 other there are 31 other teams. Do any of those media members talk to the third string quarterback?
No.
Oh, it's controversy. Why create controversy? How do you not create it? By when they ask you questions, just don't answer. You just don't answer. If anything, they should be talking to Joe Flacco. Why are you talking to Shadour? I mean, it makes no sense, and I like the way he handled it because anything he does say, they're going to make it a big deal. They're going to twist his words. They're going to take it completely out of context. Listen, Dillon Gabriel's a starter. So be it.
For me, I mean, it's being reported.
Yeah.
Adam Schefter reported, and some other networks are starting to report that this was his response to Rex Ryan saying what he said on the Sunday show, that keep your mouth closed, move to the front of the class, and X, Y, and Z.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
I guess this was a situation where he's like, okay, I should keep my mouth shut. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. It's hard for me to believe that the scenario that he didn't talk to his father. Obviously, he leans very heavily on his father, rightfully so. His dad has been through things like this, where he says something and then if he says something, it's one thing. If he doesn't say something, it's another thing. So he took this approach. Look, he's not just any other quarterback, any other third string quarterback.
No.
You and I both know if he was any other quarterback and he slid down where he did, we wouldn't even be having it. If he was any normal fifth-round pick, we wouldn't even be having this discussion.
Yeah.
But he's not a fifth-round pick. So we shouldn't ask him to act like a fifth-round pick because that's not what we believe he is.
No.
For me, look, if he'd have took the pro, say, look, I'm happy for Dillon.
Right.
Hopefully he goes out there and plays well. Joe, I feel bad for Joe, but this is the game of football. This is a business, and I'm just I'm happy for Dillon, and my job doesn't change.
Right.
I go out there, I prepare, and if my number is called, I'm gonna go out there and give it everything that I possibly got. That's really the only thing that he can say. Ocho, what's he supposed to say?
Yeah.
Now, it's a situation. I'm not. We had this conversation, and everybody from Cleveland jumped on me. I said, guys, what are we doing?
Right.
Why is Joe Flacco here?
Yeah, we know.
Joe Flacco was in Cleveland once before, and they let him go.
Yeah.
He was in Indy, and he wasn't. Let me get this straight. He wasn't the answer the first time around in Cleveland. He wasn't the answer in Indy. He wasn't the answer at the Jets. But now he's going to be the answer this time around. Joe Flacco hadn't been the answer since 2012 when he took the Ravens to the Super Bowl, and that's it. Go ahead, Ocho.
Nigga, I don't think he was the answer, It was more sure of the short term answer until they're ready to see who's going to be quarterback number 2. We find out who quarterback number 2 was, and it was only a matter of time. Same thing with Russell Wilson and Jackson Dart. Russell Wilson was a starter. He was a starter for a short time, like you said, 8 weeks or maybe after. I thought it would have been I thought it would have been far beyond that. But obviously, we see what happened. They made a change after week 3. same concept. I knew he wasn't going to be in there too long. And I mean, listen, Dillon Gabriel is now the quarterback. I wish him luck, and we gonna see. To me, to be honest with you, I don't think he's the answer. I don't think he's the answer, and we're gonna find out. Listen, this ain't the preseason. This ain't the preseason, and the defenses that you're gonna see now are gonna be a lot more different than we saw
For
during the
sure.
preseason. So if he can handle the pressure, one of the things I do like about Dillon Gabriel is not only can he throw the ball, he showed that he can be efficient in the preseason, but he's also a dual threat. He can use his legs, similar to Jackson Dart. I'm not saying
Right.
Jackson Dart, but I'm just saying he had that dual threat capability and being able to extend plays and throw the ball.
It's funny how we look at things. Now, Jameis Winston has a big personality. He's a third string quarterback. Everybody would have lauded Jameis had he did the exact same thing.
Right.
I mean, think about it, Ocho.
Yeah.
The funny things that he says and the mannerisms that he has.
Yes.
This is Jameis.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they have a problem with Shadour. I don't know how Shadour wins. If he says something, he shouldn't have said anything. If he doesn't say anything, he should have said something. Until he gets on the field and somebody can say either, see, I told you he could play, or I told you he couldn't play, it's going to be something, Ocho. That's just the way, that's just the nature of what it is.
Absolutely. You know, it's totally unfortunate too, Unc, because if it was any fifth round pick, he wouldn't be talked about like this.
No.
Because this would come with that last name.
Yeah, absolutely.
This would come with the aura of being a Sanders. It is what it is. Obviously, I feel the Browns and the organization, Stefanski, obviously the owner himself came out and said, this wasn't my pick. This is not who I wanted. So the odds are stacked against him. The card that he dealt, he's going to have to do his best job at playing the hand that he has. When that opportunity comes, if it does come, you got to come out. You got to be prepared. You got to be prepared. And when you get it, you got to shut that door behind you.
I get it. Look, and people say, well, Jameis proved himself. What? That he's a journeyman quarterback. He threw 30 picks. He was the last quarterback in the NFL since you got to go back to Testaverde in the 80s that threw 30 interceptions. So I'm trying to figure out, what did he prove? Did he take Tampa to the Super Bowl? Because all I know, the team that he left, Tom Brady came in the next year and they went to the Super Bowl. So I'm asking you guys, you said he proved. What did he prove? If he proved, guess where he'd have been, Ocho? Not the backup in New York. Where would he have been? Because where was he last year, Ocho? Cleveland.
Cleveland, yeah.
He was in New Orleans before that.
Yeah.
All I'm saying the personality matches. Look, prove. Okay, fine, I get your point. Where he started in the league, he was rookie of the year in the league.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct. But there are a lot of guys that prove they could. Joe Flacco proved that he could play in the league. Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. He was a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
Go look at Joe Flacco playoff numbers. I mean, you would say that Joe Flacco would have proven more, if you say improved, than Jameis. I was just saying the personalities. When we like somebody, Ocho, we'll tolerate more of their behavior than if we don't.
Yeah.
See, we like Jameis. Jameis funny, man. Y'all heard what Jameis saying?
Yeah.
Jameis funny.
Yeah.
Jameis going to have a career in media.
Yeah, Jameis is 101. Jameis is
Yes.
There isn't another personality like him. I think Shadour doesn't have that kind of personality. I think people just don't like Shadour based on the aura, what he comes with, the name, pops as well. Some of the things Dion may have said in the past, people that like Dion. So any ill will toward Dion and just overflowing onto his son as well. For me, Unc, you ignore it, especially as Shadour, you ignore it. You've been prepared for this moment. You've had to deal with it all your life. Now it's come to a head. You at the last stop. You've reached the pinnacle. Your childhood dream of being on an NFL team. You're not the starter, but you have an opportunity to be the starter at some time if things don't go well. You just need to make sure you are prepared when the opportunity presents itself. And that's pretty much it. All the noise, block all that out, man. Block all that out.
It's just unusual to see the starter get benched. And, well, I guess it's common because when Russ got benched, Jackson Dart came in to start and Russell went to the backup.
Right.
So I guess it's not as unusual as we might think it is. You're like, well, hold on. Flacco got benched. Shadour was already third. Shouldn't everybody just like move up a spot and the guy jumps back? But that's seemingly not how they did it, because Brian Daboll said that Jackson Dart would start the rest of the season and Russ would serve as his backup,
Right.
and Jameis stays where Jameis is.
Yeah.
And I guess it's common. I don't really know Ocho, but it seemed like this is the same thing. Joe Flacco lost his job.
Yeah.
The guy that was backing up Joe Flacco moves to the starter, and Flacco moves to number 2, and the third quarterback stays exactly where he was.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the thing is, until Shadour gets on the field and proves or disproves what the Ocho is 50, want to play, he's too cocky, he's too this and he does that, the mannerisms, until he's on the field,
Right.
until he plays, it's the chatter, the noise is not going to stop.
No, it's not. It's not.
Are you muted?
Me?
He ain't said nothing. I can't hear him.
You can't hear me?
Oh, just me?
Yeah, that's you. I'm talking to you. Can you hear me now? Hey, can you see my muscles? You see my muscles? Hey, Chad, can you see my muscles?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. You got me now?
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead. That was me.
Okay, yeah. I can hear you now.
But it's a situation, Ocho. People want to see him succeed or they want to see him fail,
Yeah.
but they want to see him on the field.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to, Ocho.
Mhm.
I want to see him on the field, and I want to see him sink or swim.
Right. Yeah.
That's what it comes down to, because all this talk, well, he shouldn't have been this or he shouldn't have been that. Now he's going to either prove a camp right, or he's going to be proven wrong.
Right.
But they want to say, okay, we see now that's why he slid to the 5th round.
Mhm.
Man, I don't know how y'all see how he playing. He should have never been in the 6th round. I mean, the 5th round.
Right.
You don't know. I'm sure he talked to his dad.
Yeah.
His dad's like, look, son, if it was me, you handle it. You're your own guy. You're your own man. But Rex said, I don't know exactly. I don't want to misquote, but I think he said something to the fact, why are you talking? Because it's the same situation. And here's where he's going to get beat up at. If he doesn't go play and he doesn't play well, Ocho, remember, he said he can play better than some of the starting quarterbacks right now.
Yeah.
That's what got LeBron in trouble with Bronny.
Yeah.
Bronny was in high school, or Bronny was in college, and Bron said Bronny is better than some NBA players currently.
Right.
You put a huge target. Now, I get it. When you tell your son, you believe in your son, and you should believe in your son. But when you put it out there like that, Ocho, man, you're asking for a lot of criticism.
Yeah.
Should we be surprised that he was named starter?
No, I mean, he was the number 2. It shouldn't be a surprise at all. It shouldn't be a surprise at all. Listen, when Stefanski came out before the season started and said that Dillon Gabriel will be the number 2 quarterback, I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is. So we knew at whatever point things weren't going well for Flacco, Dillon Gabriel would be the next man up. Now, if things don't go well with Dillon Gabriel, I don't know what's going to happen from that point on.
That's where I was going next.
Oh, you were?
And you're right, Ocho, because it was reported that Gabriel was getting first-team reps along with Flacco as early as training camp. So he was getting first-team reps, Flacco was getting first-team reps, and
Right.
who was the other quarterback?
Kenny,
From the Steelers.
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, Pickett. So those guys were getting first-team reps. Shadour wasn't getting those reps.
Right.
So I agree. We shouldn't be surprised. The question that I have for you, if Gabriel struggles, now what do? Do they go back to Flacco, or they say, oh, do they give Shadour an opportunity?
You know what? I'm not sure. And knowing the game, understanding the business, and knowing how the business works, I think they will probably go back to Flacco. I think they will go back to Flacco. And if things don't work out again and Flacco's still not successful when he returns back to the field, then I think Shadour will get his shot somewhere on the back half of the season.
Ocho, let me ask you a question.
Talk to me.
If you think Shadour knew what he knew now, you think he goes back to Colorado for his last year?
If he knew what he knows now, if he knows what he knows now,
Hindsight, yeah,
probably so. Probably
I
so.
think so too.
I would think
But
so.
there's no possible way. There's no possible way. Ocho, there's not a scenario that anybody thought, okay, let's just say, Ocho, he's not the first pick. He's not a top 5. He's not a top 10. Let's just say, you know what, Ocho, because you and I having this conversation,
Yeah.
let's just say that he's not a first round pick. 32 players going to be selected in the first round.
Right.
Ain't no way he thought he'd be a 5th round draft pick.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not at all. And some people listen, some people say, well, he wasn't that good. He was mid. Listen, he can play the quarterback position. He can play the quarterback position. He's not a dual threat, but what he lacks in his ability to run the ball, he makes up in other areas. He has other intangibles that makes him a quality quarterback where he should get an opportunity to start on an NFL team. And until he gets the opportunity to prove he can do just that, we're going to have to wait and see.
He should apply for a hardship for COVID. I want to go back and play. You're right. I mean, there's really like no way to really know. I mean, hell, somebody would have told me I was going to be a 7th round draft pick. I say, you out your damn mind.
Yeah.
I was the number one rated, one of the number 1 rated players below Division 1.
Hey,
So I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna go in the first round. But somebody tell me I'm not gonna be a top 3 round pick. Man, please.
let me tell you something, Unc. You've been around a long time. I've been around long enough to understand that business and how that business works.
Yeah.
Anything they don't like about you before you get there, they will find a way to humble you. They will find a way to humble you. And when your opportunity does present itself, boy, you got to knock that goddamn door down and close it behind you, because you're not going to get very many opportunities, especially if they don't like you.
I agree with you, Ocho, because my brother used to tell me all the time. I say, man, I've been in training camp, Ocho, and I'll be like, man, I ain't getting no reps today. Or
Right.
I'll be in practice, once I made a team. He said, don't worry about it. He said, one day, John Elway going to call on you. He said, just make sure when he call your number,
You better be ready.
you're ready.
Got to be ready.
He said, and I think the thing that really helped me, Ocho, is that he told me, he said, T, you could be good in this league. He said, there ain't a whole lot of can do what you do now. He said, just keep working, just keep working hard. I don't know why that man took a liking to me. I don't, Ocho. I don't know why.
Right.
But I mean, for him and Gary Kubiak was the backup when I was in Denver when I first got there in 1991. Hey, Koob used to pull me to the side. Now that's when you know somebody really take a liking to you.
Yeah.
He pulled me to the side. He would show me and say, hey, now you're gonna be in here on this, this, and this. You know what you got? Now they're gonna be in this coverage. You
Right.
run this. You're gonna be on that coverage. You run that. Ocho, I be out there doing like I'm doing. I do like, okay, good job, Sharp.
Hey, you know what else? You know what else?
Ocho, they be like, Ocho, they be like, good job, Sharp. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Getting your playbook. Man, Coop told me everything.
Hey, you know what else? When I think about it, when I think about some of the things the fancy said, when I think about some of the things the owner said, they baiting him too a little bit too, They baiting him. When you go to the Army, when you go to the Marines, when you go to the Navy, any of those places where it's a structured environment, what's the one thing they try to do to make sure to see if you're ready or you're worthy?
But they gotta try to break you down.
Trying to break you. They're trying to break him. He cannot break. You cannot fold. You cannot lash
No,
out.
hell no. I
You cannot
don't
get
come this
mad.
far. Hell no.
You can't do none of that. You got to stay the course. You got to stay the course and focus on the end goal and prepare for that opportunity, because it's going to come.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to come.
Man, Ocho, look, I'm gonna share this story with you. I've only shared it one time, and I shared it with when I spoke at Coach Reed's funeral. I was the only. His wife called me and asked, would I speak? Now, you got to realize all the people that he played with, Coach Reed played in the league. He played under Coach Landry. all the coaches. He was the offensive coordinator with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
He was the head coach of the Broncos. He was the head coach of the Giants. He was the head coach of the Falcons. She asked me to speak. I didn't know until like she told me. But she's like, Shannon, it would be a huge honor if you were to speak at Dan. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, I'm sure. She said, Shannon, you was always his favorite. He said, you worked so hard. He did say he saw how you came in and what you worked and turned yourself into. He was just so proud. So I'm sure he would be honored if you spoke. Ocho, every Sunday, Coach Reeves would ask 7 or 8 of us what we had on a certain play. God honest truth. Every time he would call on me, he would already have saw me. He would tell me he would step out in the hall. He would tell me, I'm going to ask you this.
Right.
This is what you need to say.
Right.
Say it like this. And I'm like, why he ain't doing that for nobody else.
Right.
He's not. That's why it hurt me so bad, Ocho, when he got fired. I said, because he got fired the year I made my first Pro Bowl. I led the team in receiving.
Right.
It hurt me so bad. I said, if I had only become what I later became in 93 through 98,
right,
ain't no way Coach Reeves got fired. So that's why it hurt me, because he invested so much in me. He believed in me. He did. He drafted me. Somehow he lost his damn mind and forgot to cut me. And for him, John and Coob and Coach Reeves to take that kind of time, I promise you, I don't know you, don't quote me on this. It's hard for me to believe that a head coach is taking that kind of interest in a 7th round draft pick in today's game. It's hard for me to believe.
Right.
John Elway, the #1 pick in the 1983 draft, he was a Pro Bowler, he was an All-Pro, he was an MVP, had gone to 3 Super Bowls,
Yeah.
is taking that kind of liking in a 7th round draft pick.
Yeah.
Gary Kubiak, who was the backup, is taking that kind of liking. Ocho, I ain't have no choice.
Yeah.
It's like my grandmother, when she took my mom's 3 in after raising hers. I ain't have no choice, Ocho. How could I let these people down that had invested so much in me, that believed in me? How? I couldn't.
Right.
Man, I got in a playbook. Hey, every night I'm going home. I say, I'm going to know everything. It became second nature. I knew what I had to do. It's hard, because check this out, Ocho.
Yeah.
The tight end is normally Y.
Yeah.
In Dan's offense, he's X.
The X.
Yes, because Coach Landry was a defensive coordinator. So everything is backwards. 1-3-5 is to the right. 2-4-6-8 is to the left.
Left. Okay.
Yes. So if it's backward, that's not Z. That's a wing.
Okay.
X, Y. Wing 3, Y dig. Tight end is the X. Ocho, tight end been Y his whole life.
Right.
2-4-6-8 been to the right your whole life. 1-3-5-7 is to the left. Ocho. Now you got verbiage. Ocho, I came from the route tree.
Yeah.
6-5-4.
Same.
7-3-7.
Same.
Man, what you mean? 52 double slant in special. Huh? What I got? 52. I ain't never heard nothing like that.
Right.
Oh man. Jeez. My mind was spinning.
Them some good days, boy.
Ocho, I just want to know, what is it going to take? What do you believe it will take for Shadour to get an opportunity to start this season? Because if he doesn't start this season, Ocho, the whole purpose of him not going to Baltimore, and it's reported that there were another team, the Eagles, also thought about selecting him. He said, no, I don't want to play behind her. I don't want to. It wasn't that he didn't want to play behind guys like that, but You talk about a guy like Jalen Hurts is very durable. He doesn't miss time.
No,
Lamar.
You're not seeing the field, Unc. You're not seeing the field at the
So
two places.
now-
You want the opportunity to play.
What happens if he doesn't see the field this year for Cleveland?
Hey, that's one I don't know, and that's what I'm not understanding. But if he doesn't see the field this year for Cleveland, being that they have shortcomings with Flacco and they have shortcomings with Dillon Gabriel, then that's malpractice on ownership. It might come
Right.
to a point where you have no choice but to put him in there, because not only is the team gonna call for him, the fans and the media gonna call for him as well.
I definitely think the fans going to be calling for it if Gabriel
Yeah.
doesn't play well.
Right.
I mean, look, just don't turn the ball over. Just keep your defense off the field for 35, 40 minutes. I'm not asking you to be a world beater, but if you can give your defense, if you can score enough and keep your defense off the field
Yeah.
where they're not playing 35, 40 minutes, you're going to have a chance.
Yeah.
You're going to have a chance. The defense is plenty good enough, but
Very
not
good.
if you wear them down.
Yeah.
So we'll see.